I used solvents for 13 years. It all started when I was 11. At 24, I hit rock bottom. I looked up to the older kids on my street. They were always abusing solvents. I was just trying to fit in. I wanted to be like them, so I started sniffing petrol. I was getting high and having hallucinations. It felt good. It felt like I was falling off the earth onto the grass. I'd never felt like this before. Life was so boring. I'd go to school, come home, watch TV and do it all over again the next day. I was finding secondary school hard. I wanted to escape from it. I always turned to solvents to get away from the boredom and the problems. Sure, it'd be easy to come off them, wee buns. When I was 16 or 17, I was scared and afraid that I'd be addicted to solvents for the rest of my life. I couldn't handle it anymore. My mental health was bad. 4 or 5 times a year, I was in and out of hospital. I always went to infirmary, 20 times in Pearlsburn and at least 4 times in the Mater. My parents were good at telling me when they saw me becoming very unwell. At these times I would hear voices telling me to hurt myself. They told me to go look for more solvents and harm myself. I tried to overdose a few times. The voices were inside and outside my head. I wouldn't harm other people, just me. Cannabis would bring the voices out. These could be bad. To get rid of them, I would have to go into hospital and my medication was changed. I would be in hospital for weeks at a time. Each time I got out of hospital, I felt cravings. They built and built until I had to get some. I got back into it. A friend usually had glue. He'd charge me for a dip. 3 to 6 months later, I'd be back in hospital. This is how it kept happening, and it happened a lot. I recognized a pattern to this, but I couldn't get out of it. At 24, I hit rock bottom. I would find myself searching and searching for things that weren't there. I was stuck with my search, stuck with my addiction, stuck with my life. It had to change. I went cold turkey. My mum was good. She tried to get me to go to centres and groups. At one of the centres, I started joining in. If I could go back, I would try and get a grip of myself. I'd stop using solvents and stay away from the people who were using them. When I was going off it and going to groups, I started to make new friends. Coming to MindWise gives me a focus, and courses like this keep me active. Now I am well on the road to recovery. I've carried this a long time. It's been like a bag of coal on my shoulders. All of my problems are being emptied out like bits of coal. I feel better about myself.